Hi, friends, and welcome to today's edition of WGBH's The Rewind. I'm Christopher Sarson, the creator of Zoom, a show that aired during the 1970s on public television, and if you watched the show that long ago, you'll remember that we had a secret language called Ubbi Dubbi. We invented it. Hi, friends is what the Zoomers would say instead of hi, friends. But anyway, today we're going back into that era to look at the mail that the show generated. It was phenomenal, the quantity and the quality. And here to guide us through the pile of letters is Ben Leddy. Over to you, Ben.
Thanks, Mr. Sarson. Fun fact, when I was a kid, I actually sent in some drawings and a letter to Zoom, which were read on air. It's still one of the most exciting moments that I look back on, and I remember that feeling of being plugged into something bigger that was so meaningful as a kid.
Send it to Zoom! Email!
Here's a letter that came with some comics. Awesome. Oh, there you go. Dear Zoom, hi, my name is Ben L, and I watch your show all the time. I'm 10 years old, and I'm in the 5th grade. Anyway, I just wanted to tell you guys that I love cartooning. I make cartoons with my friends, and with the help of my mom, we make comic books. I have my own comic strip with a character in it named Gran. She's a little old lady who's always getting herself stuck in funny situations. I also send my comics into our town's newspaper. I would like to be a famous cartoonist someday. I am now sending my comics to magazines and hope for the best of luck.
Wow.
Your viewer, Ben L. of Charleston, Illinois.
It's so funny.
So obviously, I'm really excited to take a look at some letters to Zoom, to our iconic post code 02134. We'll be looking at letters from the 1970s, and I'm particularly excited to see the folder labeled Jokes Good. Let's take a look. Hi everyone, we're here again with Peter Higgins, Archives Manager, and you brought all sorts of Zoom stuff for us today.
So these are the Zoom cards. Zoom was created with user-generated content. Kids would send in their stories and plays and poems and skits and games and everything else. And in return, they would receive a Zoom card with activities. They could ask for certain activities, like how to make a pretzel or whatever. And they would get these Zoom cards. In the early days, they would send in their Zoom card with a new idea on it and just keep going. This is a Zoom card sent in. It's really hard to read.
Why do our girls different from boys?
Yeah. And it was their second idea. They erased their whole first idea and wrote a new one in. That did become a segment in the show.
Yeah.
It was talked about later in the show. This might be my favorite in this batch.
Dear Zoom, I have a doodle for you. Do you know what this is? An octopus signaling to turn left. This is the closest I'll ever be to being on Zoom.
Yeah.
What is this? And at the bottom it says, an explosion in a spaghetti factory.
Yes. Actually, this really is probably my favorite.
A spider doing a handstand.
So for season 5, there are separate files for jokes, and this
Okay.
is Jokes Good.
We can let people see.
Yeah. So this is a pretty classic joke there.
All right. Why did the man put bug spray on his watch? Because it had ticks. Dear Zoom, please send me a Zoom card to tell me how to make pretzels. I also have a joke. Why did the rabbit eat the diamond? Because it thought it was 4 carrots. That's pretty good.
Yes. This is my favorite joke of this folder. You know, real hilarious.
All right. Where was the Declaration of Independence signed? At the bottom.
Right?
Well, thanks for showing us all this awesome Zoom stuff. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Zoom hasn't been digitized completely, yet, But don't let that stop you from checking out the scholarly articles and fun clips about Zoom at openvault.wgbh.org. Let us know what you find in the comments below or with the hashtag WGBHRewind. Thanks for unwinding with the Rewind, and
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time in the archive.